Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Monday's What's Map. BonBon here, how you doing? And Happy New Year! I hope you had a really good night last night and didn't get too drunk and you're not too hungover this morning. I promise, however, just in case you are massively hungover, not to whistle loudly or play the harmonica into the microphone, because frankly that's a very good way of killing people, isn't it? Anyway, say Happy New Year. Hopefully last week you watched the Best of What's Map 2017, a mini-series where I looked at 6 of the most memorable maps of 2017. If you produced a really good map last year and it didn't get highlighted right at the very end, I'm sorry, but there were only 6 slots and I wanted to do 6 very different maps. And yours was probably very similar to one of the other ones that was covered, in some respect or another. Right, so let's crack on with 2018, and 2018 means only one thing, and that's a new show. Hopefully a new daily show. I say hopefully, we'll get to that in a minute. It's a new daily show, I'm being confident. A daily show is called What Theme, and it'll help you choose the right theme and LUT combination for your next city build. Kind of like with What Map, where that helps you choose the right map for your next city build. Because if you're like me, you tend to stick with something that's safe. A theme and LUT combination that you've used before or you've seen work really well on a favourite map of yours, and that's what you use. But what about all the 500,000 combinations from all the other themes and LUTs that are out there? Well, that's what theme's going to be all about. Well, we'll look at a different theme every single day, and then we'll look at 4 different LUT combinations for both daytime and evening time for that particular theme. Now, we might go back and recover the same themes with some different LUTs at some point, because there are, while there are 1,500 plus themes at the moment, some of them probably we don't want to be looking at. I don't want to knock them, but there are some of them are the more popular ones. I kind of think the more popular ones are the ones that we'll be looking at, although you never know, I might throw in, like with What's Map, some curveballs here and there. So that's tonight, 5 PM UK time, and every day Monday to Saturday thereafter. That said, and here is the little disclaimer. When I came up with the idea for What's Theme, I figured, do you know what? Short show, quick cinematic, and I could record the whole thing in 20 minutes. And most of that time it will be just doing cinematics, so I can walk away and make myself a cup of tea or something. Or make Biffa a cup of tea, I don't know. Well, that was the plan. It turns out that my 7-minute show takes an hour and a half to make, and I haven't found a way of doing it quicker yet. So that's Monday to Saturday at 6 lots of an hour and a half is 9 hours. 9 hours a week extra recording time just for this one particular series. Now, my priority is with What's Map. I want to keep What's Map as my main bread and butter show. And what theme I will do on a daily basis, all the while that I just have enough hours in the day to be able to put them out. And don't worry, I'm not going to push myself too hard. I do enjoy doing all this stuff, so don't think, oh, he doesn't really. Believe me, if I didn't want to do it, I would not do it. It's a fact. As simple as that. I'm only doing stuff that I particularly want to do. But there are only a number of hours in the day, and I do work full-time for a living, self-employed, and if I don't do that, then I don't eat. Hopefully, though, you guys are going to keep my channel, my BonBonB channel, growing, and hopefully, at some point, I might become a full-time YouTuber. And when you become a full-time YouTuber, you suddenly go from having 3 or 4 hours a day free time to having, I don't know, 16 hours a day what I'm going to call free time where you could be recording videos. So if you would like to see this channel grow and grow and grow, please support me, follow me, subscribe to me, share me, and possibly even, if you're feeling ultra generous, join me on Patreon as well. For $1 a month, you get full access to, you get credits at the end of the shows, and you'll also get to vote into new polls where you're going to help me choose the next maps and themes and all that sort of stuff as well. I'd love to see you over there, it'd be amazing. Right, okay, enough of that, let's crack on. We're here to review this map, and this map is the Cay Islands by Punk7, and well, this one came out, I think it was in the summer. It might have been even early summer. It might have been May. I can't remember now. I've been talking so long, my brain's been wiped. I'm surprised I can even remember the name of the map. And it came out a while ago, and I do remember seeing it when it was new. And I had a look at it when it was new, and I think I discarded it for a specific reason in favour of some other map that week. And I don't remember which map I did instead, but I do remember that I didn't cover this one. And given that this week has been very light on new decent maps, I mean, we've got quite a few noob maps and stuff that honestly I think this deserves more of a look over. So let's have a look at the Cay Islands, shall we? Well, first of all, the first thing you can tell is it's islands. Yay! Yay, yay, yay for the island map. And it's a very tropical theme. We're using a tropical theme, and Definitive Vision LUT's the one that was recommended. Or was it Oceanic LUT? I can't remember. It's one of those two. I think it was Oceanic, but I think I'm rolling with Definitive Vision at the moment. Oceanic, I think, is a little bit lighter, so the foliage might be a little bit lighter. And the first thing to say is the detailing is just lush, isn't it? I mean, look at the amount of grasses that have been put down. I mean, I know that will cause some of you to have drops in frame rate. I'm proving to be quite lucky here. Let's move in. Are we actually moving the time? Is that tree swaying? Why is my trees not swaying, guys? Is it? Oh, there you go. They're definitely moving because I can see the ship moving in the background. There we are. We're moving. I was a bit worried I wasn't moving. Right. So what can I tell you? They are, well, it's very flat, very flat, and lots of individual little waterways just separating out. It's kind of like an atoll map without being an atoll map. We've got a lot of flat bill playing everywhere you look, and then little bits of detailing, and the detailing is very nice indeed. We've got a little bit of pop in and pop out, obviously. Can't do much about that, my friends, at the moment. And anyway, so we'll let's have a look at sort of like these little tree clusters here. Very nicely popped together. We've got a little bit of the extra. I've seen these plants before, I think used in Clayra, and they do work very well with the islands map. And then we've got these little conifers and the palm trees. Oh, look, you can actually see. I've never noticed that, but the coconut trees. Hadn't noticed those before. Ah, very nice. It's getting really close to notice some of these details. And then if we pull back, you can get the full gloriness of the map itself. It does actually look like it supposedly continues off into the fog, where we get more of these islands breaking out. And I say it's quite nice. You gotta have to build a city around the shapes of the islands, but there are no hills really. My main grumble about the actual terraforming of the island is there's nothing that really shouts out to me about character. You know, normally you get an island that's got a bit of character. I'm not going to say, oh, one needed to have a castle. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am thinking is that, okay, this island's a bit of a panhandle island, I suppose, with a lake in the middle. So I suppose that's got a bit of character. But honestly, the lake in the middle might as well just be the sea on the outside, this kind of sea on the inside. Let's check some of the detailing down here of the lake as the grasses go into it. Very pretty. And then, but like I say, that one, is it any different from this one? Or is it any different from, we come over to this one over here, this one, you know, pretty much all much of a muchness. So while the detailing and design of the map is quite nice. Oh look, we've got a hill. Look here, we've got a hill. Woohoo! That's the high point of the whole map. Now, while the whole map is very beautifully decorated, and I think it looks really nice indeed. I mean, the whole design of that I like. Okay, it's just forcing you to build the city in ways that maybe that you didn't want to. What's that down there? Is that? Oh, it's I thought I pulled right back there. I thought, is that a castle? Yeah, from there, and then you zoom in, and no, it's just a little bit of sand. A little bit of sand is just tucked away there. In the middle of that, you've got this tree here, different from the other trees there. Very nice. Now, I've got to admit, when I was recording the main flyover, I completely forgot that there's got to be an asset review. That's how long it's been since What Map's been on, a whole week, and I've forgotten what I've got to do. Right, so this is Church of Saint-Ambroise, Paris by Gèze. Yes, Gèze is at it again, producing quality assets, and this is as good as they get. It's a beautiful church, obviously of Saint-Ambroise, and it's in Paris, and it's by Gèze. What more can I tell you, really? I mean, it's just glorious. The detailing, the design, it's fantastic, and if you haven't got this in one of your cities, then something is very much wrong with your city build. I blame you entirely. Anyway, so that is Church of Saint-Ambroise, Paris by Gèze, and now back to where I cut myself off earlier. Enjoy. See you soon. And isn't any character to any of the individual islands, and there seems to be no reason at all. Now, one of the other problems that there is for this map, and I can't remember where it is, so I'm just going to plop it down, say here. I don't know. Is it out there? I don't know. Right, the start square. Now, the start square is a long way from the shipping routes, and it's a long way from the highway connection, which is, follow me guys, follow me, this way, over here, no, down this way, and there it is. That's your highway connection, which the game forces you to put in. Yes, it's just a national road, so you're not going to get an awful lot of traffic down here. So that's all you've got to work with. There is no rail connection. And the two shipping routes I would show you normally, but there's one that you can see. Here's the ship over here. There it is. So you can see the kind of like it runs over there. So you could put docks all the way along this edge, and there's a ship over. No, it's not. It's an island. Okay, not a ship, an island. Yeah, but there is a shipping route anyway that runs kind of like across this way as well. So you could put docks all the way down here. The start square, however, I don't remember the exact location, I think I've said that already. Say if it was here, you've got no access to either the shipping routes, and you've got no access to the highway, although there is water there. So my issue would be, obviously, if you're going to play this game, you have got to play with, well, with mods. There's no other way about it. You're going to have to play with either the 25 tiles and unlock, you know, all the way to the edge, or and unlimited money as well. You're going to need unlimited money to buy all that space, or the 81 tile mod, because the 81 tile mod, which is amazing, does unlock everything for you. You can start, and basically the 81 tile mod is king. Right, so anyways, so that's my grubs. BonBon Island, maybe this one? I know it's a little bit too close to the big islands. I don't know if there's a BonBon Island over here. I mean, this one's just a little bit too sandy, so I know. Anyways, so there be my grumbles with the map, in that you got to use, I'll check that out. Oh look, little watering hole here. Nice bit of detailing going on in there as well, very pretty. So anyway, what I'm going to say about Cay Islands is it's a very pretty map, very nicely detailed map, but it has practical issues. The water is flowing, by the way, guys. I should point that out. shall we come down here? If you can see that there, the water is moving. If we put it down here, yeah, you can see it moving right to left there. So water flow is not an issue with this map down here. Some of these aren't moving at all, but others are. So that seems to be static. But there are... That's moving right to left there, slowly. So there's water flow. So you don't have any problems with that at all. And it's actually a very nice looking map. However, it does have those problems as well. So let's give it some marks. Well, aesthetically, I just think this is glorious. Okay, it's not just the, I mean, could it be more beautiful? I think possibly, but I wouldn't change anything personally. I would leave it exactly like this. So that would be 5 stars. Simple as that. For detailing, like I said, I think the problem lies in these islands with not one of them being any more different than any of the others. So I think the detailing could have been improved upon just to give a little bit more accent to some of the islands rather than some of the other islands. Does that make sense? Maybe. So I'm going to give that 4 stars. The detailing is good. Could have been a little bit more interesting, and that's completely forgetting about the lack of roads, rail, and all those sort of infrastructures as well. Had they been in, then obviously we've been looking at detailing floors there and might have added a little bit more interest to these islands by being there. But by not being there, it means that you're going to be using mods. That highway is not going to provide enough traffic for these islands either. So I think I'm going to have to mark this one down through having no start square access. I think I'm going to give this 3 stars for gameplay potential. I think it's a little boring as well because there are no mountains or hills, or like I say, all those detailing aspects are missing. And I think that just takes away from the desire to want to play this one, and probably is why I didn't review it in the first place. So 5, 4 and 3 are from me, and that's today's map, Cay Islands by Punk7. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. I've been BonBonB. Join me tonight at 5 o'clock UK time for the very first What theme. And then join me tomorrow for another map in the What Map series where we do a creator request. See you then. Thanks for watching.